So these are all the ingredients you're going to need to make the stained glass window cookies. Flour, salt, vanilla extract, egg whites, baking soda, baking powder, butter, sugar, honey, and the hard red candies that'll be crushed up in the middle to make the actual stained glass portion of the cookie. So the next step is mixing together the butter, sugar, honey, egg substitute, and the vanilla extract all together with a whipper. Next, we add 3 cups of flour. Once everything's mixed together, you cover the dough and you refrigerate for 2 hours. So then you take your hard candy that's been, you get the package off it, put it into a Ziploc bag, and then just gently smash it up. When you get the hard candy smashed down to like pretty small pieces like this, you go in, you remove the sticks, obviously, and then just pour the contents into a small dish and set it aside. After you've crushed up your candy, then you clean off your counter, of course, very well. Pull out your cookie dough that has been chilling in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Preheat your oven to 350 and start rolling out your dough and making your cookies. The counter may need a little flour just to dust it so that the dough doesn't stick to it, and your rolling pin probably is going to need a little coating of it as well. So I usually split the dough in half so that you're only dealing with half at a time. So for this recipe, it is really important to have cookie cutters, the same cookie cutter of many different sizes. I will probably be using the exterior one and the interior one just to give enough of a border around the cookie, and then we'll be filling the crushed candy into the inside here that we'll cut out. Now the interiors that come out of the cookies when you make that second cut, you can either fold them back into your dough, but when my girls were little, these were the perfect little cookies for their American Girl dolls, and they used to decorate them and have fun with them. If you're accustomed to using air bake pans for making most of your cookies, this is a cookie that you have to use just a regular cookie tray for, and put some parchment on it so you'll be able to actually remove the cookies once they're baked. So once you have a tray full of cookies, it's time to fill the inside with the crushed candy. It's important not to fill the cookies too filled with the crushed candy. And it's also important not to have any of it on top of the cookie, because it'll discolor the top of the cookie. And if you decide you would like to ice or decorate the actual face of the cookie after they're done, that'll make it look a little sloppy. So just make sure you spread it around fairly evenly and not get it on top of the cookies. So once your cookies are all filled with crushed candy, you put them into a 350 oven for 6 to 8 minutes. There you go. Time to take them out. Let's take a look and see. Put them in for 7 minutes. Let's take a look. Maybe they need a little longer, maybe not. Oh, they look pretty good. They smell good. Now we have to let them cool. Let the bubbles kind of work their way out, hopefully. When the cookies have cooled off of the top of the stove for about 5-10 minutes, you can transfer them really easily onto a cooling rack. After the cookies are all cooled and out of the oven, The fun part comes when you get to use icing and sprinkles and decorate the plain ones. The combination of the two cookies on a plate make a beautiful display. And they're tasty too.